Hey everybody, Scott Dion Brown here, and welcome to this week's episode of Cooking with Scott. And this happens to be the first ever episode where I'm actually going to cook something. So for today's episode, I'm going to be cooking with this incredible appliance that I'm super obsessed with right now. It's revolutionizing kitchens everywhere. I'm talking, of course, about the NASA engineer-built, I think that's true, the Instant Pot. Pressure cooker and slow cooker in one. So today's recipe is one of my favorite things to make in this thing. I make it all the time. It's warm. It's hearty, it's delicious. I found this recipe online on Pinch of Yum. I've tried it out many times. It's really delicious, and I'm really excited to cook it for you guys. This recipe is for the creamy wild rice soup. I love this soup, and I really hope you'll give it a try because I think you're gonna love it too. So this recipe is a little bit different from a lot of the Instant Pot recipes in that, while many of them you just throw all your ingredients in, let it cook, and it's done. For this recipe, you slice up most of the ingredients and throw it in here, but you also have to prepare the actual cream sauce in a pot on its own. So it's a little bit more complicated, but not much. The sauce is pretty easy to do. The total prep time for this recipe is about an hour, but 45 minutes of that is spent just waiting for this thing to cook. So in terms of actual work, it'll only be about 10 or 15 minutes. So let's go over the ingredients for what you're gonna need. As I said, there are two steps to this. The stuff that goes in the Instant Pot and the stuff that goes into the sauce. I'm gonna split the ingredients into two lists. And if you'd like to see the full list of ingredients, I'm gonna put a link down below to the original recipe where I found it, just to make sure that they get proper credit. So let's start with the list of things that go into the Instant Pot. 5 medium carrots, chopped. These carrots looked a little bit small, so I added a few more. 5 stalks of celery, chopped. Half of an onion, chopped. I didn't have a regular onion, I just have shallots. Shallots are a little bit smaller, so I'm going with a whole one. 3 cloves of garlic, minced. I just have the minced garlic from Costco, so I'll probably use about 3 spoons of that. 8 ounces fresh mushrooms, sliced. 4 cups vegetable or chicken broth. I'm using the Knorr instant vegetable stock mix. 1 teaspoon salt, and 1 teaspoon of poultry seasoning. So in terms of the poultry seasoning, I didn't have that in my kitchen, but what I do have is this roasted garlic and pepper seasoning from Clubhouse, signature blends. I put it in a lot of things that I cook. You can go with whatever seasoning you like, or just go to the store and find yourself some poultry seasoning. Half teaspoon dried thyme. 1 cup uncooked wild rice. Now, in terms of the wild rice, my local grocery store didn't actually have wild rice. I ended up finding this stuff at a specialty grocery store. It's kind of expensive. It's about $7 for this little bag. And the first time I did it, I ended up buying a wild rice blend, which is basically brown rice mixed with a little bit of wild rice. The recipe on the website says clearly don't use that stuff. I did use it in my first time, and I really liked it. So there's definitely a difference in texture. The wild rice holds up a lot more while it's cooking, so it's a bit more crunchy, it more texture. The brown rice is a lot more mushy. I didn't mind that texture, I thought it tasted really good. This is another one I also tried. I don't think it's wild rice, it's by Lundberg called Black Japonica. I found this one before I found this one. So I've tried it with the wild rice blend, I've tried it with this, and I've tried it with this. I liked it every time. The taste is really good. It's really just a texture that's different. So if you can find yourself some wild rice, go for it. But if not, you grab something like this or even the wild rice blend. Well, like I said, the recipe says don't do it. I liked it. You'll have to let me know what you think. Next up, these are the list of ingredients you're gonna need to make the cream sauce. 6 tablespoons of butter, half a cup of flour, 1.5 cups of milk. The recipe says they use 2%. I guess you can just use what you have. So now that we've gone through all the ingredients, the only thing left to do is to start cooking. So our first step is to take all the ingredients on our first list, chop them up, and chuck them into the pot. But before I do any of that, the first thing I'm gonna do is get some water boiling for my vegetable broth. One thing I like to do when putting my ingredients in here, take this actually out of the Instant Pot and have it here next to me while I put my ingredients in, especially when you're pouring in liquids. I just find if you have this in here and you're pouring stuff in and you happen to miss, stuff can sort of fall on the side here and it's really annoying to get in there and clean it. So I find put everything in on the side, and once everything's in here, you can then drop this in and it stays nice and clean.
Alright, let's get these carrots peeled. Now you'll notice here that I'm getting the carrot skin everywhere except inside the can. That is part of the recipe, and make sure you do the same.
Alright, with everything washed, let's start chopping.
As you're chopping these carrots, make each piece as close to the same size as possible, but it really doesn't have to be. I find, especially with these sort of homemade soups, they don't really have to be matching. It almost adds more to the heartiness of it. Same goes for the celery. Also, try to avoid adding your fingers to the recipe. Some people might like it, but most people might find it a little weird. When cutting mushrooms, a sharp knife really helps so you don't sort of crush the mushroom with the blade. You can also buy them pre-sliced, but I'm not going to do that. That's like 40 cents more. Are you kidding? So now I'm cutting the shallot. If you've never cut these before, it's same as an onion. You cut the two ends off, and then you're just peeling off the exterior layer of skin. And with shallots, when you open it up, it's actually like two pieces inside. So you kind of got to individually peel the skin off of each one. So I just put a little slice into the skin and then peel it off. So you got to do that on both. I think I might have peeled a bit too much off of this one, but it's fine as long as the outer layer it's really dry. Now the second piece, just get it all off of there, and I'll chop off this little end. There we go. Now you just slice each piece in half, and slice it down one way, and then turn it and slice it the other way. And you do that to each piece. I try to do this as quickly as possible because the longer I'm doing this, the quicker it starts to make my eyes water. So now you do the second one. So yeah, the faster you get it sliced up, the less time you'll spend weeping. A little more. And into the pot. So now with the garlic, I'm gonna go with 3 teaspoons. I figure a heaping teaspoon is about the size of a clove, so 3 of those. Adding my salt and my seasonings. And in goes the rice. And now half teaspoon of thyme. So the recipe calls for 4 cups of this stock, so this stuff is you put 1 teaspoon per cup. So add my water. This is going to be 2 cups, and then I'll have to put 1 more full measuring cup in here. That's 1. This is where I really benefit from taking the Instant Pot out of the actual machine itself, so I don't drip this all over the place, which I tend to do. And now in it goes. Now we get the lid on here. Very satisfying sound. Now we're setting this to manual, 45 minutes. So now I'd wait till there's about 10 minutes left on the timer, and then it'll be time to start the cream sauce. So now we're going to prep the cream sauce. I don't know if there's an easier way to do this, but it calls for 6 tablespoons, and this is a tablespoon, and this is the butter, so if you've got an easier way to do it, I guess you guys can let me know. There we go. Get off my finger. Okay. Good. So just mix that in here on medium until it all melts. Now we're ready to add our flour. Similar to the carrots peeling, make sure you get your flour pretty much everywhere, all over the stove, all over the floor. That's part of the recipe. It's very important. Okay. You're basically whisking this and cooking it just long enough until that flour smell goes away, so periodically you just got to give it a sniff. That smells ready. Excellent. Now we're just adding our milk. You add it a little bit at a time and mix it in. So it'll become thick really fast. So just combine all of that, and then we'll add more. Add a little bit more here. Combine that. And now add our final cup. There we go. And then just mix it all in. Now it's actually starting to look like a sauce. That's about the consistency you want, so it drips off the whisk. Now we just add a little dash of salt for some flavor and mix that in. Very, very tasty sauce. Turn off the heat. Turn on the fan, now we can vent this thing. Let's open up here. Oh, that smells good. That smells really good. Let it mix. So it really becomes very purple because of the rice. But it smells amazing. We grab our sauce. So now we just combine the two, mix it all up with the big spoon. Give it a good mix, and there we have it. Look at that soup. Let's get it in a bowl here. Add some fresh ground pepper and our spoon. There it is.
Well, the meal's done. Now there's only one thing left to do, and it's my favorite part. Let's eat it. So good. So warm. Good stuff. Well, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you'll give this recipe a try. Head on over to Pinch of Yum and check out their site because they've got a lot of great recipes on there. The Instant Pot is such an amazing thing. If you like this video, please give it a like, and if you'd like to see more, hit that subscribe button and make sure you push that little bell button to get all the notifications. I post videos every week. I don't always post cooking videos. This is actually the very first one, but it won't be the last. And check out my other content. I post a lot of fun stuff. So thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I will see you all next time.